Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a hero guide for the epic Juliana, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so first off, let me go ahead and pull up Juliana. She is an epic in the Sacred Order right here, Magic Affinity with a crit rate aura. And Juliana, if you've seen my tier lists for epics and Raid Shadow Legends, Juliana is in my top 10. And I would say she's probably in the top 5, maybe even top 3 for epics. I mean, she is incredible. And the reason Juliana is so incredible is because, you know, what do we all want out of the game? We want to, you know, do well for our team and be able to contribute with our friends and our clan. And Juliana is an absolute monster against the clan boss. So she's definitely worth 6-starring, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, that's why I wanted to kind of do a video about her, so, you know, for people who have just gotten her or have her or are looking to get her, you will know where to go. So first, let's go over her abilities here. A1 is going to attack one enemy 2 times. Each critical hit fills the champion's turn meter by 10%. That is an incredible A1. Any sort of turn meter manipulation is really good in Raid Shadow Legends, either depleting the enemy's turn meters or you know, filling your own or filling your allies. Turn meter manipulation is very good, and it's even better when you have it on an A1 ability that has no cooldown. A2 is going to be place a 30% increased crit rate buff on this champion, then attack one enemy 2 times. Places a 5% poison debuff on the target for 3 turns if the attack is critical. So not only is it the stronger version of the poison at 5%, but it's for 3 turns, and poison debuffs are usually 2 turns. So an awesome ability there for clan boss. And then down at the bottom here, we'll ignore 50% of the target's defense when Romero is on the same team. Romero is another champion, and if you're able to pair them together, she'll ignore some of the target's defense there. A3 is going to be attack one enemy, remove 1 random buff from the target, has a 75% chance of placing a HP burn debuff for 3 turns. Another incredible ability versus the clan boss. Now, this one is tough to get up to that 100% chance. We can see here it defaults at a 75%, and then we have to do 7 skill books to get it 75 plus 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 will go from 75 to 100, and she will attempt to place it every time. So that means if you have good enough accuracy, like if your accuracy is better than the clan boss's resistance, she should place it most of the time. And also important to note, you can only have 1 HP burn active at a time, so you don't want to have like a Juliana and a Wretch or 2 Julianas. It's gonna you're gonna get diminishing returns there because you're only gonna be able to have 1 HP burn at a time. So that's a very important note for heroes that have HP burn if you're gonna be using them against the clan boss. And then her aura here is increase ally crit rate in the arena by 20%. It's not that great of an aura, and so nothing really to write home about. That's not, you know, part of her reasons that she's amazing. So for all of my champion guides, I make one of these images, and I will have this down in the video description for you to check out and kind of, you know, look at your own leisure and take your time with. But just to quickly go over it, you know, we can see all the relevant information here for stat priorities. Speed, crit rate, and accuracy are all absolute paramount. You're going to need lots of them. For Juliana, you want her to be getting as many turns as possible. You're going to be using her mainly against the clan boss, as we can see with the grades on the right. Campaign is a C- because she doesn't really have any AoE sort of stuff, so she's not going to be a campaign farmer. Clan boss is A+ because, you know, all of her abilities are really good versus the clan boss, and she is currently my heaviest hitter versus the clan boss. She can do insane damage in those situations for you in those boss fights. Arena, a B-. I gave her a B- because, you know, with HP burn and poisons and filling her own turn meter, I could see possibly in some sort of a defensive setup that she might be decent in sustained arena battles, but you're not going to be using her in the arena, in my opinion, super often, so I gave her a B-. And then in dungeons, she's okay, she's usable, but that's not where she shines. She is definitely a clan boss specialist that should be used mainly for that priority. Now, in terms of 6-starring her, I would not 6-star Juliana until you have like really good farmers, like a campaign farmer for sure, so that you can get XP and silver, and then kind of like a Minotaur dungeon farming team of 6 stars, and then maybe think about you know, Juliana being your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6-star, somewhere in there, so that you can really start cranking out the clan boss damage, because you can't get to that final mastery, the War Master mastery down here, until she is 6 stars. So you're gonna have to make her 6-star to access that, which is a huge damage buff. Now, if we look at the optimal sets, we can see that I have the lifesteal set, and then the crit rate sets, the speed sets, and the accuracy set. The reason the vampire set is good with her is because you're just trying to sustain and live as long as possible to keep applying those poisons and HP burns. So with her constantly, you know, just getting that little bit more sustain and staying alive a little bit longer to just keep healed up and keep applying those debuffs. And then obviously we want crit rate, a lot of it. You want to get as close to 100% as you can, because this A1, each critical hit fills the champion's turn meter by 10%. We get to do 2 of them. So if both of those are crits, you go boom, boom, 20% turn meter. So that's really good and very important for her to have crit. Let me go ahead and pull up my Juliana here so that I can kind of explain while I'm talking about it. So we'll see here that mine, I really wanted to get to 150 accuracy, because we're currently into like fighting the hard boss and moving into the brutal clan boss, and the clan boss is going to get more and more resistance as you move up and get to those tougher difficulties. So I really want as much accuracy as I can, because what good is more speed going to do me if I'm missing my HP burns? Every HP burn that you miss is just critical. It costs you so much DPS that you could have done. So for now, until I get like those better, more optimal substats, or get like an amulet and a banner that have accuracy on them, then I might switch towards kind of a speed set to just get more turns in, if I can get to like 200 accuracy or something ideally. But for now, that's why I set her up like that. And then, you know, obviously your top items are always going to have the same main stats, so you just want good substats like crit rate, speed, and accuracy. But I would recommend going for 50% crit rate gloves as the main stat. You know, getting those 4 or 5-star crit rate gloves so you can fill up that turn meter with your A1. And then I went with main stat accuracy on the armor. You know, I don't want to miss my HP burns. There can be arguments made here for like HP percent or other things, but I'm trying to stack accuracy as much as I can, so this is what I've been trying for now, and I just never miss those HP burns. So I do love having the big accuracy stat on my armor. And then boots, you're always going to want speed as the main stat for her. You're going to want to be cranking out those turns, and then hoping for, you know, crit rate and accuracy and all that sort of stuff as like your substats there. So yeah, trying to think if there's anything else to go over. You're gonna be wanting to 6-star her after you have an XP farmer and kind of a Minotaur farmer, and use her against that clan boss, and she's gonna be putting in work for you. Really quick, before I end the video, I will go over the masteries here. So since Juliana doesn't have any abilities that attack 3 times, we're obviously gonna want to go with War Master. It's a big damage increase, and it's got that 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. So we're going to go with that instead of Giant Slayer, because she's going to be attacking once or twice with all of her abilities. And then we're obviously going to want the crit rate. And then, you know, none of this stuff is super impactful, but what we're doing is just taking our most efficient route to getting down here to the War Master. The defense tree is something you're not going to want to get with Juliana. You definitely want to go in the support, because she's a character that applies debuffs. So getting to this, you know, Master Hexer, a 30% chance to extend the duration of any debuff. That is an incredible ability for a hero like Juliana. And you know, this is kind of the most efficient route that I found in the support tree for Juliana. So yeah, an amazing character, you know, and I was really excited to pull her. I've had kind of bad luck in general in my shard openings, if you've watched them, but I was super excited to pull Juliana and get her to 6-star, and she puts in a ton of work for me against the clan boss. So yeah, if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. I've got a lot of projects in the works, you know, champion guides and dungeon guides and some more advanced stuff coming up. I'm working hard to crank it out for you guys. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.